Ignore this part. I don't know what happened suddenly. Every place this thing can decide what to do.
आप लोग लमसम लगा सकते हैं, इसमें कोई एम कौन सा ये है लेटर सीरीज का बचा और फाइनली ये बचा उसके पास.
Hello guys, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
I'm not sure what happened to them.
Maybe it's a long time, so they got angry.
Not sure.
So we have gone through the Twitter things, and
Okay,
yes, so I thought of I'll explain things.
very good. Yeah. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Can I share the screen then?
Yes, please.
Okay. I mean, help me if I am wrong somewhere. Just
No.
correct
Go
me.
ahead.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate at all.
So I was
Yeah,
taking notes in a way so that I can explain in the class also, but somehow my
very good.
PPT went little wrong. So I'll explain whatever the way I'm explaining. So this was the app which you have shared last time. Some screen sharing things comes in my system. I don't know. Just a minute. Yeah, I think you can see, right, my screen.
The English test designed for you. Convenient, fast, affordable, and trusted by top universities around the world. You'll receive your results in 2 days, and you can instantly send them to an unlimited
I will
number of
mute
people.
everyone.
Experience
Okay,
of
okay.
that.
I did mute.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'm unmuting myself. So okay, so let me explain like how this app is working and all. So I'll open the code also parallelly.
Hmm.
Yeah. So very fast thing, what is happening? Let's see. So I'll explain with the PPT and at the same time with the code also, so that we can explain. So this sidebar, na somehow it came. I am unable to erase it. Apart from that, everything is good. Okay, so ignore this part as of now. I was taking some notes. So the thing is, we all know, right, how Angular application starts. By Sanjay said, like it things starts from that index.html, and from there we see the app root things. So here also, if we go here, simply like if we go here index.html, just very fast we have learned it that from here when the application starts we get these things. Then app component, like we go to that app module. If you see that we are getting this app component during the bootstrap process, and main.ts is also at the same time it is running. Just like app module gets instantiated at the same time. From there we go to the app component, and in the app component if we see this was the app root, and this is ultimately rendering this app component of HTML. So this is the first thing which is getting rendered. So what's happening over here? Nothing but some styles and other things are getting loaded over here, and some router outlet is there. And what does it mean? So whenever we see that router outlet in the very first screen, so that means like if you see, we see this router outlet, correct, in the app component.html. That means the routing will be done here, and Angular router will start activating the components based on the things will come over here. So let me go to the routing part that was designed over here, that is app routing module.ts. And over here if we see, there are multiple paths given to it. Like if there is no path, it will redirect to the landing. If there is some home, it will go to this component like this way. And one more thing we have implemented over here, like there was a messaging part in our application. If you see, or is that, yes, there is a messaging part in our applications. There anyone can see whatever the existing message is there, and these all things are there. They can even not entire things are, I mean, fully implemented. The partial implementation is done for demo purpose. So so whenever we see that any applications, so messaging is not something common for the tweeting or, I mean, seeing notification and all thing other things. So we have taken it as a different module, and we have done something load children property for doing the lazy loading part of it. So if we see it here, so for the path messaging, we are doing with the load children another kind of import to do that. Okay. So anywhere, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer. And okay, so at the same time, so the what is the first thing? Like, see, so initially once I load it, how I'll load it? So I load it like this, right? So there is nothing was there, correct? There was nothing is there in this path. So there is nothing is there means, so it will go to that and it will find nothing, right? So if nothing is there, it will redirect to landing page, because already we have written it, redirect to landing. And if I redirect to the landing, so it will route to which page? It will route to, it will find this path landing and go to this landing component dot landing component. Okay, so let's see. So you see that this landing things got appended over here, right? And at the same time, it will go to landing page component dot landing page component. Okay, so this is the landing page component. So let's see the HTML. Try to understand the HTML first. So this is the, see, happening now, join Twitter today, these all things are here. You see, happening now, join Twitter today. These are some dummy things written over here, but the main thing is done here with the sign in. So if you see, so there are multiple things are there. See, sign in. So in case of signing, if someone is clicking sign in, generally in real case we should have a user ID and password and go over here. But here what we are doing, just redirecting to the username. So over there we will get the user ID and password things. Okay, just changing it to a different route. And if I go to the username, definitely another route will be activated. How will we come to know? If we come here, see, user component will be activated, right? So first of all, let me go and click sign in. Okay, these things are dummy, okay, not implemented properly, so just not having anything. But in sign in we have the things over here. If I click sign in, see, username came over here, correct? So that means so over here, if you see, as I have said you, like user, like sign in, on click of sign in, so user component will be, this route will be activated and this page will be shown, correct? Let's see if this page is shown or not. See what's showing over here. See, sign in with Google, Apple, these things are there, right? See, this is the HTML part of it. Try to understand. Sign in with Google, sign in with Apple, these all things are there. So at the same time, whatever is there, we can see a form. So like we have learned in the Angular, like template driven form and reactive forms. Generally for HTML purpose, we use, like when there is lots of HTML elements are there, we use that template driven form, simple login form. Okay, no need to do extensive TS operation, so no need of reactive forms. So let's see the like TS file also, what is written. So generally, so they have tried to get a, I mean, user model over here, and that is they have defined a model. Like, see, this is the definition of it, how it will look like. So we have learned like how to create model, right? One is in interface way, one is class way. So this is one of the class way of defining model, right? We have learned, correct, or the utilization of it. So this was one of the thing, user model there. It is not initialized, created over here. So, and what they are trying to do in the form they have an input box. If you see here, in the form there is an input box, right? This phone, email, username, and see the placeholder is also written phone, email, username. So if you see this line number 32, you can see clearly, right? The placeholder is phone, email, username, and that the form is used, the form is used. Okay, so they are trying to, whatever we are typing over here, so we are trying to attach it in the username thing. Okay, so and what we will also do, like generally we should store it in some storage, but we are not doing it here as of now, or just attaching it. And Then on click of next, what we are trying to do, on click of next, we are going to a different page, that is the password page. Okay, so if I go to the password, so password page, if I'm going here. So password, now try to understand the relationship between the password and the home. Okay, earlier was home, right? And this is the password. So let me first click it here, type something, some email ID or phone, something, let me type. So I'll be routing to the password page, see, password page, right? Now generally what should happen in the previous page, if I go back, back, so previous page will come. So whatever the username we will be typing there, that should get stored in the, some storage. We have not done entirely, but we should do it. And in this page, from that like parent component to the child component, there should be a communications. From there we should retrieve this. So that's what we are also, see, username as of now in this password component, if you see the username field, so password component, if you see the username field, we are trying to access user model.username, but we are not getting anything. We just disabled it and just gave a placeholder phobe or something we have written over here. Okay, but in actual scenario, what should it happen? We should bring it. We should write this logic to bring that. That's why you can also see the list. The list is the input element over here. See, so like username is actually username should pass it and it should receive it, and then it should assign it over here. And the password field also, someone will type something over there, user model.password. And in the login actual scenario, what should we do? We should make a API call with this entire model, which will have user ID and the password, username and the password. But as we are not doing that kind of authentications and other things, we are simply assuming that everything is correct and navigating to the home component, home page. Okay, so let's do the same thing. We are not doing actually, even we have not done the storage part or the authentication part. These all things we are skipping as of now. Okay, so let's see what's happening when someone is clicking on home. So someone is clicking on login, this login button, that is, it will redirect to the home page. And so if I click the login button, any password is fine, like I have given some, it's not any validation we are doing. So see, understand, there is some loading icon was also there, right? There was some loading icon, then these home things came. So let's try to understand what's happening on click of like login. So first thing is, like, we should navigate the code and try to understand the flow. Like, we will go to the routing once again. We'll try to understand what's happening in case of, like, once the home path is navigated, we're navigating to the home path, what route is getting activated. So definitely home component will be getting activated. So if I go to the home component, we can see there is a logic written over here. What's the logic? Definitely there is lots of things are there, like we have like whatever things. So let's see first how home component looks like. So home component looks like some sidebar is there, some tweeting related tweet things is there. So we can say it a middle portion, and there is some right side, another what's happening section we can call, right? So this is the way home section is constructed. Let me repeat once again. One sidebar, we can see left side sidebar, this was, and some middle section. In this middle section we have tweet and tweet related other data, and right side there is what's happening over there. So we should divide the logical separation in this way. So let's see how home component is constructed here. We'll tell you how loading things was coming initially, but first try to understand how the home component is divided. So this is the complete home component. Okay, I'll come to this, but as of now try to understand this line number. This div is completely the home component. So we have a sidebar in the left side, correct? So this sidebar is another component that is bringing all those sidebar related things. We'll dig deep, but as of now try to understand that this is the sidebar. So this is the sidebar, correct? And the middle sections, if I see the middle section, this is another section. Okay, so that is a completely from here to here, like these entire sections. Okay, so in this section we have a middle section and one what's happening section, correct? So if you see it once again here, so we have a middle section, this is the middle section, and what's happening sections. Okay, so middle section is nothing but the middle portion of this app, and what's happening is the right section, right side. Okay, so we'll go deep into that, but before that try to understand one more thing, and that is So like initially this loading thing came, right? For some seconds, generally loading thing came. When should we do that? Generally we are not getting the response from the API and we need to wait for some time. We can show a loader or some Simar UI or some way we need to hold it, right? So what we have done it over here, so we have written some manual logic here in ng on in it. Like once the home route is activated, so that time home component will be shown. So that time, so we have our in the ng on in it. So user service, if we go to that, let's see it is checking a condition, right? So user service dot is loading equal to true or false. Let's try to see in the constructor level we have like injected this user service. So there is some service is injected over here and that is doing something over here. Let's see what's written over there. In that place, see is loading by default is written true. I mean we made it intentionally true so that we can explain the same thing. So by default is loading is true and it is checking by default definitely it is true, right? So loading will be called because there was, but this condition should be API driven, but as of now we have been done it manually. If it is true, what we are doing? We are doing this function called loading, right? What does it do? It just like show hide portion, like showing the loader into the page. How it is doing? If you see this page, there is some element named complete. You see complete, okay? So see, once the loading is enabled, I no need to show this, correct? I no need to show this, I only need to show this portion of this page, right? This load wrapper should show, this should not show. That's what we are trying to achieve over here. Like if you see it here, we are picking it up and like element is just load wrapper enabling this and adding some like style on it, like fade and removing the complete part. See this portion we are completely, this portion we are removing it from the DOM. Like this entire section we are just removing as if it is deleting this section. So only this will be available. So it will show the loader at that time, correct? So we are writing some logic to handle that thing. Similarly, after this is done, so we are calling this another logic after visits, just enabling the like removing this after someone is visiting that. So that kind of things we are doing, okay? So the show hide logic is written, nothing but anything else. Like, but let's concentrate on this portion of this now. Like here, what we are trying to do. So this section means sidebar, middle things, and the what's happening things. So that means sidebar, middle things, and what's happening things. Correct. Let's see one by one. So sidebar. So what is the sidebar? And this is a like component. Once again we have written. So let's see the side nav, right? App side nav, correct? So side nav is this one. So if you see the side nav component, this looks like this. So here we have actually used that SVG image and other things to draw those I mean good looking icons and all those things. Like see these icons and all are the SVG things, okay? So we can use our bootstrap icon or some Fafa icon, font or some icons, anything we can use. And there are some navigation links we can see over here, correct? Let's see those links. And so we have our different navigation links you can see, right? Navigate to home, navigate to explore, and navigate to profile. Every section is having some navigate button, navigate message. So see, explore, notifications, profile, message, mode, these all things are there, right? So on click of each and everything, like we have attached one function, right? So on click of each and everything, what we are doing, and there is nothing else, only these things are there. See, only these icons things are there over there, and on click we are doing something, okay? So on click what we are doing, on click, see on click of every element in the left side bar, so we are just navigating to that particular route. In case of notification click, going to the notification route, navigate message click, going to this route, profile click, going to this route, right? So let's test one thing. So if I click, currently I am in home, right? Home is rendered over here. If I click explore, so explore came into the picture and explore related content will be displayed. Notification content will be displayed, correct? Profile content will be displayed. So we'll go deep after some time. So as of now, let's stay on the home. So we understood from the high level that sidebar is doing nothing but just changing the route, and on change of the route, loading the particular component into this page, and that related things should be displayed. Okay, so that time what's happening should not be there, correct? let's say if I click explore, so there is something else came into the picture, right? This is also getting changed, this is also getting changed. Those things are managed under the explore component. Okay, so let's come to the part once again. So we have understood the sidebar of it. So if I go to the where was that sidebar side nav, I was in, yes, so I am here, so I am in home component once again. So as I am telling, see, I am in home still, and I have just explained the sidebar component. Now if you see the another section where the middle section and the what's happening sections are listed over here. So this is the middle section and what's happening sections, correct? These two are another two components over here. Now if you see the middle section now, we should bind a logical, I mean, understanding over here. So there is two things happening. So what's happening? Let's say we are attending Sanjay sir's class. Okay. So something we're typing, tweeting, right? So this is getting added over here, correct? So Angular class. So something we're adding. So this is appending over here, correct? So again, if we attach some image or something, let's see if I have some image or somewhere. So something. Okay, so I found some image. So some image if I am see some image if I add over here. So some stored image, okay. So that gets added over here. See. So now if I tweet it, see these things came into this picture, correct? These things came into this picture, and like so there is one thing, like one is tweeting portion and another is displaying the existing data plus the new data. Okay, so see that kind of logical understanding we have done over here. So if we see the app middle feed, okay, let's go to the app middle feed. Okay, we'll try to understand how it is broken into different multiple components, and that's the flavor of Angular. We can break it to multiple components, reusable components. So if you see the middle feed sections, so middle feed section, if you see the page, so middle, yes, so this is the middle feed HTML. Okay, that was this one. Okay, just hold on. Yeah, this is the middle feed. Okay, so in this middle feed what's done is two other components are attached over here. One is new tweet, see, one is new tweet, another is feeds. Feeds means app display feeds, I mean whatever the existing data are getting displayed, and if some new feeds are getting attached, that will also come under this display feed. Okay, so that's happening over here. So let's see how new tweet is constructed. So new tweet is what? New tweet is nothing but a kind of Facebook comment kind of things, right? We should accept image or video, okay, or something, and then initially it is disabled. You type something, and you can enable who all can reply. These all things, all functionalities are not done, but generally it's a kind of file upload kind of feature, correct? Let's see how that is done. So app new tweet, correct? So let's open the app new tweet. So if I open the app new tweet, so this is the app new tweet, and so see this is nothing but a kind of input type. See, it's here is the new tweet. Yeah, here is the new tweet, correct? So this new tweet component is doing nothing but, see, it's expecting some file type and attaching it on top of it. Okay, so this is just, see how it is constructed. So input type text. Okay, that is they are expecting image input. So there are different ways we can take image input. Image it can be image, it can be video. Okay, and so and there is a submit button at the end. So the submit button is nothing but like once you click the add tweet, right, the tweet button, right, this button, tweet button, so we make this function called add tweet. So we are expecting different type of input formats over here. Okay, for that we have wrote the codes over here, and we are just calling this add tweet function. So add tweet function is doing what? Let's try to understand once again over here. Add tweet function. So yes, add tweet function is just like calculating the new, is constructing the new tweet thing. Okay, like it's constructing a new tweet ID, whatever the things amp just doing time just now. See, it was just now coming over here, right? See, this just now was coming, right? Once I just printed something, we have manually constructed as of now, like just now, like it's just constructing a new tweet at the end of the day. And what it is doing, it's adding it in the user service dot add tweet. Why we need to do that? See, we have some in the we have, like after the tweet is done, we need to make it available to the display tweet also, right? So that it will be available here, like along with the existing data. Initially this girl was there, right, playing guitar, but along with that my comments and my image also came into this picture, correct? How it happened? Once I add something on click of add, this new tweet will be constructed, and using user service I can pass the data that this section of this code will bring from the user service and get it available over here, correct? That's what we are doing here. New tweet is constructed, same model, tweet type of data, and we are make it available over this. Okay, so this will be available with the add tweet. And so let's go back to the middle section once again. So we have understood the add tweet functionality. It's nothing but accepting different type of inputs, videos, and making a service call, made the data available globally so that anyone can again get the data from there. Okay. Now let's see how app display feed is constructed. App display feed is constructed how? Let's see. So app display feed is this one. Okay. So app display feed is constructed in such a way that it will just show the data over there, correct? So it's just like whatever the existing data I had, it just run a loop and showing the data all total over there. It just doing that portion of it. See how the things are written over here. So it gets, see, user service, if you see, so definitely we need to again inject the user service over here, because at the end of the day we need to bring data from the user service only. So it is initially, I mean, getting the user information. One more thing, like here, so we are not making any API call to bring data and all. So we are utilizing a JSON file to bring the user. So like user service, if you go to the get users, so I am in the get users. So this is the user service, okay? So you see this dot users is written. What is that? This is nothing but this capital users. So what is this thing? So this was at the top of the page, if you see. So we are loading this data from the profile JSON, okay? So generally we should get it from the API, but we are just doing it. Okay? So let's come back to the point. Yes. So this is the display feed section. That means this section I'm talking about. Tweet section we discussed. This is the display feed section. In the display feed sections, we are initially getting the data, how many, I mean, from that user, how many likes are there, how many retweeted, I mean, all the info of that things. Total tweet likes, total tweet, these all things you are getting from the user service, okay? And in the, I mean, during the on init cycle, I mean, this initialization cycle of this life cycle, so we are just assigning this all data, like tweets, number of tweets, react message, these all things, like any media source are available or not, entire thing, whatever we need to do that, we are just doing it, okay? Now, like, we can increase the tweet, retweet counts, and there are some functionality we have attached. Increase the like counts, it's just adding on top of it some just plus we are doing nothing else we are doing, okay? So this thing is doing over here, okay? So let's see once again. So this is the tweet section, this is the display tweet sections, and if you see the display tweet HTML also, you can see that it is just running a loop and get like whatever the data I had. So from there it's just rendering the data, okay? It's doing nothing else, only it's rendering the data. But yes, here don't get confused with this path and all those things. We are using some like SVG structure, so we can render the image things using image tag also, background image also. We have discussed some stripe image, so this is another way we can render image. You can Google it out. So they are, all those icons are constructed using SVG way. So that's something new, and apart from that, all things we have covered over here, okay? And there was one more section, correct? There was one more section where we have let me go to that. Where was that? Home. So what's happening section, right? So this section is called what's happening section, correct? What's happening. So there was another, like another thing is constructed over here, what's happening. So it's just like same thing. Now you can understand easily, like what's happening is another part of that place where we are just showing some other data over here. Like this all data we are showing it over there, and how we are getting the data. Again, like this is static data, okay? Like we are not even doing some service call to get the data, some static data as of now showing, but in real life scenario. So this example is a kind of demonstration to understand that how real life applications should work. So based on that, we should do those things. Okay. So what's happening sections we understood, right? So this is all about the app, like how sidebar, this tweet section, tweet display section, what's happening sections are discussed. There are different other things also. I'm not discussing, but things are same. On click of explore, route will be activated, and again there is an app bar, there is some display section, and there is a what to follow section is there. Static data is getting rendered. Similar way, notifications are there. Okay, app bar, display notification, what's happening section, profile like of what's happening section is there, and this section is profile section. Okay, that is having some app bar related things and all. Okay, so we don't have like setup profile and other functionalities as of now over here. Okay, and but yes, message section is something new over here. So on click of message, like initially on page load, this will not get loaded, this bundle. So how we can come to know, we can come to know from the routing as we discussed. Like this is a app routing. So yes, so routing, if we see routing module, so on click of messaging, what's happening? See, I click message, so messaging slash message is coming, right? So this link is here, right? So on click of when the path is messaging, na, it's just getting like this children, this section of this code is getting, I mean, loaded. This chunk of this entire module is getting loaded. So see, even if you see this structures, code structure over here, so we have different components, but we have another module you can see, right? In the app only we have created, we should create it outside, but that's okay, but we have created app only. So in that module, this is a module, okay? See messaging module.js, ts, right? So this is the messaging module because it is having lots of other functionality like chat, message number. There are so many things. Like if I open messaging, you can see, right, in the messaging there are, if I open it, so there is a chat, there is a reply section, like there is a settings, new message section. So it is not easy, right? It is a different, complete, a big functionality. Looks like a inside the app number, but it's a big functionality. So we don't want to like increase our bundle size, so we have written it in a different way to render this thing. Okay, so hope you understood it, right? And yes, so that's it, nothing but like this is a quick intro about the app, and now we can play around and make it you can give some good definition to it. Yes sir, that's all
Thank
about
you.
what I
Thanks.
understanding. I'm stopping
Thanks,
it there.
Arghya.
Yes, thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much.
like
just
this
joined. I was
explanations.
Argo. I just joined and I saw the front end. It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, 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 hi Alok. Yes, I was even like some guys in this group asked about their freshers, maybe they asked about the like how to do that. So I was like I purchased one actually webcam. What was that called? Wacom. Wacom, that bamboo pad. Okay. So I was just trying how to do the things over there and all. So I
What
was
is
just
that?
constructing some note. Okay. Even I can share this in the group. The only thing is during my construction process something came into this section and I'm unable to delete it. Apart from that, you can see I have written whatever I have discussed, all those things like starting from index.html. You can see the screen, right, sir? Sorry, I just
Very
got,
good.
disconnected. I'm just
So
sharing.
how much time you spent on this one?
I just spent 1 hour time. I had a call up to 7:30, 7:30 to 8:30, 8:30, 8:40. I
So
spent.
in 1 hour or 1.5 hour, you made a lot then.
Thank you so much. See,
Yeah,
like for
yeah,
the
that's true.
freshers, it will be really helpful for them. Like, see, app component, this is getting injected, routing will be activated. We can pass other things over here, and similar way, like every other pages, like this page. Like once we click on these things, we go to this page. Like something I was playing with these things, and so I'll share it with the group, like how things are constructed and other things. Yeah, so that's a
Well
quick
done.
summary. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Arghya. The explanation was really good and understandable.
Thank you so much, sir. It's all from you only.
I missed it. I just saw the message.
I'll
Okay.
share the recording with
Interesting
you.
is something.
I'll share the recording in the group or to you personally.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Good, very good.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah. So when we open 2, 3 real-time applications, we can better relate. See, what
Correct.
did we learn is we learned in chunks. So we understood what is data binding, what is directive, what is HTTP, what is routing, what is lazy loading. So we learned all these things separately. And now when we develop or when we open one existing application where we have all these concepts implemented, we will get more knowledge. So try to open this project, play around with this project, add your components, try to change the logic that is already written, play around, get your hands dirty. These kind of projects are the best things to learn the things, to add the things, to understand the existing structure. Most of the time, you will get a chance to work with a half cooked project. So this is half cooked project. Okay.
Hmm.
Hope you guys will do that. Download this project, make it up and running, play with the project, add few more things, try to understand the existing things. If you have any question, if you need any help, I'm always there to connect a call. Even if yeah, from tomorrow, I don't think another people will be starting the meetings, but I can share my personal Zoom and we can connect anytime.
Is your React still going,
No,
or
that
it's
stopped.
done?
No,
That stopped
Oh,
before our
React stopped yesterday only. Day before yesterday, it was
everybody
the
is
last
starting with it.
session.
Yeah. Everyone is so happy, in the real class when it is stopped. Guys are pinging, do we need to
Yeah,
join? Do we need to join? Like we're eager to join. It become a habit. And like they guys are happy that we don't have any classes. The gods are
yeah,
there.
yeah. Even I saw their happiness in their
Oh,
face.
oh my god.
I think they are what is the term? They are bored.
See, maybe
They
I don't know.
are
There are few people definitely they have learned a lot, but some of the people see if the thing is if you are not following from the beginning, na half of the way you have done something that time it is just a kind of
correct,
you are
correct.
not able to match the gap, right? So
If you join the session once in a while, then it's very difficult to cope, right?
yeah, correct, correct.
Mm. I think if you are joining every day, you should be easily able to relate the things.
Absolutely.
Mm. Yeah, but people are
well,
happy. Most of them are happy.
ah,
I
really?
see the happiness in their face. No, we are talking about React page. There were
Oh, okay.
more people there. We had more than
Yeah,
50
yeah, yeah.
people, right?
More than
Yeah.
50 people, but the strength became 40 something after half 1 month,
After
one
half of
month.
React, it became 40.
So when
Okay.
your next
You
class will be
can,
started, sir?
they told they will plan maybe within a day or two. It
That
could
will
be
be
next week also. Even I don't know.
that could
Usually
be
they
on
will
any topic.
start mid of the week.
That could
Sorry.
be which topic or any topic.
That also I don't know. So they will start either Angular or React or Node.js. These are the
Oh, okay,
three things they
okay,
start
okay,
for me.
okay.
Not
Great.
sure.
No, they won't start because see there is a React batch again. I have seen today.
There is a
You know,
React going. There is a Node going.
yeah,
I'm not
how
sure what they will start.
they'll give you data science or what then? Happens. Let's not start.